You guys can have a seat for just a moment. Well, Merry Christmas, Thrive Church. We are so happy that you are here with us this evening as we celebrate the birth of our King, the birth of Jesus. And you know, there's something that's special about nights like this, where it seems like the world just kind of slows down a little bit. Did you like the snow we ordered for you guys? We did that just for you. I love the snow. It reminds me of scripture which says, wash me and I will be whiter than snow. You know, when snow is formed, it's these ice crystals, and they form around dust that's in the atmosphere. And these little particles of water, they adhere to the dust and they begin to make these crystals. No two are ever alike. They're beautiful, but at the core of each one is a little piece of dust, a little piece of dirt. And it's kind of like us, how in our souls and our hearts we have this stain of sin in our life. And the scripture says, wash me and I will be whiter than, without that sin, without that spot that is in us, because Jesus Christ has come. You know, the world seems to slow down, and the hustle and bustle on nights like tonight kind of slows down for a minute. And we can ponder the real meaning of Christmas, of Christmas. So we pay attention, because these are holy moments. These are moments when God speaks to us. And we're here to remember a night when everything changed. That night when Jesus, the light of the world, entered darkness, and he brought with him the hope that each of us needs. So we're here to reflect on the truth, this truth that has the power to change our life, the power to transform, the power to bring us freedom and forgiveness, the power to shatter through the darkness and to ignite hope in even the most unexpected places. It says in John 1, the Word, this is talking about Jesus here, the Word gave life to everything that was created, and his life brought light to everyone. And that light shines in the darkness, and the darkness can never extinguish it. Now, I got to set this down for a second. It says the light shines in the darkness, and the darkness can never extinguish it. No amount of darkness can ever extinguish the light. The world, we love to talk about light. Many of us have put up lights on our homes this Christmas to make it feel festive. We love to have light in our homes. This past week, I replaced a bunch of recessed lighting in my home because we need to have light. We can't get around without having light. We need this light in our lives. We need this light. And this year has been heavy for many people, myself included. We go through difficulties. We go through storms. We go through sickness. We go through situations with our family, with our loved ones. And the darkness can creep through anxieties, through depression, through division, through loss. And just the overwhelming noise of the life that we live in, it can feel like the darkness is all around us. But in the middle of the darkness, see, this is where the Christmas story shines. Stands bold and defiant, because Jesus didn't come as some far-off star that we couldn't reach. But he came as a baby, small, innocent, in a manger, but full of potential, full of hope, full of resurrection power. And that's what makes him relatable, that his light didn't avoid dark places, but he stepped into them. Stepped into the darkness, bringing us light. So when does light mean the most to us? Not during the middle of the day at noontime when the sun is shining bright, but when the power goes off. If you lose your power, like that's when we start looking for the candles, we start looking for the lanterns, we start looking for some light, and we kind of take the light for granted until we're in the darkness. See, the light shines brightest in the darkest places. See, the birth of Jesus wasn't done in some place of luxury. He was in a stable, in a forgotten corner of the world, and yet his light spread. The shepherds saw it. The wise men followed it. And here we are, thousands of years later, still drawn to the light. Like moths drawn to a light. It's like, there's the light. I got to get to the light. What darkness are you facing now, though, in your life? Maybe a strained relationship, a hidden fear. Maybe the weight of an unmet expectation. Maybe you're not where you thought you should be by now. Maybe you're not where your family thought you should be by now. Well, Jesus came into the darkness to be our light, to be our Emmanuel, God with us. And the same God who brought the light into Bethlehem wants to bring light into your life. He's not asking for a perfection, but he's asking us to come with an open heart and to receive the light that he has for us. It says in Matthew chapter 5, verse 14, it says, "You are the light of the world." This is you, this is me. You are the light of the world. Like a city on a hilltop that cannot be hidden. No one lights a lamp and puts it under a basket. No, instead, the lamp is placed on a stand where it gives light to everyone in the house. See, this is not just about receiving his light, but it's about being carriers of his light, bringing his light into the dark world that we live in. See, light does not belong to us, but it's entrusted to us. So we have the light of Jesus, and it's up to us to carry that light into the world. Imagine what would happen. Imagine what would happen if each of us carried this light into our homes. If we carry the light into our workplaces, if we carry the light into our schools, if we carry the light into our communities, by a simple word of encouragement, an act of forgiveness, a sharing the hope that you have. Maybe this moment of courage could ignite something bigger than we could even ever imagine. See, the flame here represents the hope and the love of Jesus. And when we pass it to someone else, it's a reminder that this hope isn't meant to stay with us. It's not meant for just me and me alone, but it's meant for me to share with other people. See, Jesus is the light that never fades, the hope that never halters, and the love that reaches us right where we are, in our brokenness, in our darkness, in our shame, in our addiction. Whatever darkness you may be in right now, it will not go on forever. No matter how dark the night gets, there's the thrill of hope that the next morning the sun will rise again, that the light has come. The light is coming. The light has come. Jesus is the light. It says in Isaiah 9:2, "The people who walk in darkness will see a great light. For those who live in a land of deep darkness, a light will shine." This is the promise of Christmas. That no matter how deep the darkness is, that the light of Jesus pierces through. So let us carry that light, sharing it with the world that is in need, that Jesus is our light. So I'm going to pass this light to some people here. And I want you guys to share the light. Share it with each other. Share it with others, because Jesus is the light that shines even in the darkness. Let's sing this song together. Here we go. And this little light of mine, and I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, and I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, and I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Hide it under a bushel, and hide it under a bushel. No, I'm gonna let it shine, and hide it under a bushel. I'm gonna let it shine. And hide it under a bushel, no. And I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Let it shine till Jesus comes. And let it shine till Jesus comes. I'm gonna let it shine, oh, let it shine till Jesus comes. I'm gonna let it shine. And let it shine till Jesus comes. I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. This little light of mine, oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, and I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.